close to the double barrier reef, and I'm hoping to catch a fish. So Marcello, when we're gonna drop the fishing line, what do we expect to catch?
Oh, what we normally catch is tangigi, wahoo, barracuda.
Barracuda?
Yeah, when we do trawling,
Yeah.
and when we anchor and we do bottom fishing, we can catch lapu, snapper, then also butterfly fish, catfish I mean.
What does a batfish look like?
Looks like a frying pan,
No, it looks like a
so it's easy to cook.
Okay, well let's hope we can catch one of them today.
Yeah.
And maybe we can get some sea urchins, what do you call them, the mollusks, and maybe a sea cucumber.
The sea cucumber is quite famous here. They farm sea cucumbers here for grilling.
Yeah, so this is how you dine in the sea, on a boat. We have to catch fresh fish, we look at local fisheries, we talk to fishermen. So it's going to be a great day for you and for us. After we've been in the ocean for 2 hours, we have arrived. We are in the entrance of the Double Barrier Reef, and behind us is the island called Pangkanan, which is very local, and a lot of tourists go. However, we are just in the entrance of the reef. And Marcelo, can you tell me more about the reef which is behind us?
Yeah, we just came from the east, from the west side around South Pandanon, and there is the entrance. That's one of the entrances into the Double Barrier Reef, into Bohol. So we just 5 minutes ago we passed through the entrance, and now we are anchoring up in front of Pandanon Island. So you have the village there, the local village, and then a little bit behind, that's a privately owned village. There is tourists have to pay an entrance fee in that island. They're together, but in the high tide you have a shallow. You have to walk through the water from one island to the next. In the low tide you can walk dry.
A lot of the tourists go to Pandanon. However, nobody knows about that this is actually the entrance to this double reef.
No, most people don't.
Most people don't.
No, most people don't. I don't know why they don't feature it more often, because it's a unique place. I don't know why.
So we're showcasing to the world that this is Cebu, entrance to the Double Barrier Reef.
Yeah, we have here a tangigi, locally known as a tangigi, internationally known as a Spanish mackerel, and we caught lapu lapu, and internationally known as a grouper.
So here we are. This is the fish that we caught today. After we weighed it's 1.5 kilos. So it's a pretty big fish. It could feed a big bunch. So what I'm going to do, as you know again, this is a tangigi, and it's a Spanish mackerel in the international form. The ingredients are really basic. You can find this in any grocery store. You know, you have your onions and you have your garlic. I have a little piece of ginger, it's just to grate. And we have the local Philippine lemons, which is the calamansi. I think it has more stronger flavor than the American lemon, so we're going to use both. So I just took an American lemon here. We have a beetroot, and you'll find with the beetroot it's very, very bright purple in color. So we're going to use it to infuse the fish with its color properties, so that when you slice it, it's going to be beautiful and sweet. So now you can find this available in any grocery store, and it's the purple cabbage. I have here with me a zucchini, a yellow zucchini, seasonal. However, if you can't find the yellow zucchinis, you just need to get the green zucchini, it's not a problem. And I have a local cucumber and some oyster mushrooms for just garnishing. And then I have some cilantro and some of the mung sprouts. So these sprouts are really for garnishing. If you can't find them anywhere, that's not a problem. It's just more for color presentation, for your guests, for your crowd. So what I'm going to do, you need to have a fillet knife for the fish. it. We're gonna salt our fish, and what I have here is actually a smoked salt. So I don't know if you guys have tasted smoked tanige before in carpaccio, but you can find this in local stores as well. What we have is the beetroot. Take out both ends. So first we just wanted to get the color on there, then we want to get some of the texture of the beetroot. But when you look at that pretty color, so next what you like is use the lemon to just cut through the sweetness. So I need a little bit of the citrus. So I'm going to have to grate some of the lemon rind. What you like to do is, you know, the calamansi. This is the part where you marinate it. I'm going to add a little bit of sugar, but don't let it fool you because we added salt, the sugar. We just want to crust it with the sweetness because the beetroot is creating that. But the sugars need to infuse and caramelize with the lemon, so that's just going to go on top. So just, you're looking at 1 tablespoon of salt for one whole fillet. So now we're just going to wrap it up a little bit and finish it with olive oil. Extra virgin. Close it up, leave it for 10 minutes while we work on the other fillet. So now I have the other set of the fillet, and which I have in front of me, and we're continuing from the one that we marinated in beetroot. So now I'm going to give a color clash, and we're going to use herbs. So everything you can find in the sea, everything you can find in the grocery. So we're going to make coriander pesto. We're going to lemon salsa with a coriander salsa, somewhere in between. So we're just going to get garlic. So we're mashing that, and then the lemon that we used for the grind. Just want to get that prepared. So here's the coriander that we have. Throw it in. We're getting there. While you're doing this, you just need a trickle of salt. Some salt. Give it the flavor. So now what happens next is that you squeeze the lemon. Get the citrus out. Here comes the paste. And then you add your olive oil. Give it a little taste. Exactly what I want. I want it to kick with a kick. So we're just going to put in the fish. And we got amazing herbs. Get on it. So this is a coriander salsa. To recap, we want that on top of that. Color presentation. We let the flavors infuse a little bit. And again, just a little bit of the lemon. And 10 minutes, we let it sit a little bit while I prepare our plate. Fish, as you've seen, has been marinated in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So we're just doing a ceviche slash, but we want it fresh, so we want it carpaccio. I'm just going to do some techniques. That's because the plate is white and we want to get some crispiness in there because when you bite into the fish, it's very fleshy. So you're going to take a yellow zucchini and a green zucchini, and this is the easiest trick in the book. You know, none of this cutting. Get a peeler and you're just going to peel away. The zucchini though, using a peeler, can be eaten raw, like a salad. And you want to take your green zucchini. What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to cut a whole piece. You want these thin slices to come in. Sprinkle a little bit of salt. And you know what I like to do with the limes? Get the peeled. And then peeled. And the crunch of it, if you actually notice, like if you eat, you can't eat this raw, but if you get the really top skin of the lemon or calamansi, which I'm doing right now, you can add some of the juices in there. So I'm just going to take my first fish, which is the one infused in beetroot. Just been marinating for a good 10-15 minutes. You see the colors are infusing. So what you want to do, actually get a good grip of tissue and just wipe it out. Wipe it out. You don't want it liquid. You don't want it liquid. You just want to get the color. That's the whole effect. Wipe it out with a good paper towel. So now we just want to pat it dry. We don't want it wet. We just want the colors. And if you look at that, it is beautiful. Beautiful. So I'm just going to give it another pat so that, you know, because it's almost like dye, it stains everything in sight. So straight from the foil and the marinade, do something simple. Cut through. I'm going to slice right now and flatten it. And I'll show you how easy it is. So what you want to do, because it's not very flat and the knife is not very sharp, you know, we take cling wrap and we're going to stamp the fish. Take that, put it inside there. See, if you see all the fish particles, it's exactly colored on the top. So that's what we want to create. Presentation, and it's about the marinade. So you just close it up. Give it room because we're going to flatten this baby up. Get something hard. I'm just going to use one of the bottles. Ta-da! So instant, so if you don't have the knife, flatten, so you want it really so thin that you can taste the flavors. Fish carpaccio. And what you do is you just undo it. And immediately, okay, we've got, drop it on a plate. So we're going to do the same with the other one. So we have a composition of flavors. Okay, the coriander doesn't stain. We're going to choose to keep it in there, but still do their carpaccio trick by getting it really thin. We do the same procedure. Take the fish on top. Filipino catch. Same. And drop it in. We're not very keen on the formation of the presentation, but you have there a carpaccio. We are going to dollop some olive oil right now, and what we made earlier is the salsa. You want to give it another kick of color. So something that's new. I have the purple cabbage right here, a small piece. And I'm going to julienne. Julienne means cutting into very fine slices, very, very thin. If we had a mandolin, it would be amazing. You get the purples, the greens, and the yellows. The zucchini, the yellow zucchini. I like my gingers, so I need a little sprig in there. Throw them in there. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then dress it up. Do a little topping. Fish. Your greens. With the yellows, with the reds. And you eat it like a salad, so it's smooth, light to the taste. Very healthy. So we finish it with maybe just a lemon. Side. And voila, presto. You serve that with bread, you put it on top, you eat it alone, it's sashimi. So that's the way to do it, with creating very basic things. Bon appetit. Guys, welcome to Foodhunt.